morning, everybody. Welcome to Mortal Gaming. This is me again, Marvin, and we're now here for another video for the Ragnarok. And this time we're going to be talking about the F2P guide. Of course, there has to be an F2P guide in all MMORPG Ragnaroks. Okay, let's talk about the job classes, and that's the first thing. You have to choose on your job class wisely if you're going to be F2P, because there are job classes or roles or builds that are not F2P friendly. So for example, if you are a priest, of course the priest is one of the most F2P friendly classes that I know, and this has to be a support. Being a support priest, you are always needed, and you can still, do your way with grinding and farming at the same time, but it does not need for you to spend a lot because you don't need a lot of high DPS. But in terms of, build of a support, you have to be very tanky, high HP and high defense. All right, if you're a hunter, you have to be a trapper, or you just have to have a trap or ankle snare to add a little bit of crowd control on PvP if you're going to be F2P. So that is for the hunter. The wizard is well known for the crowd control, so you must have those skills with your wizard if you want to be F2P. Then for blacksmith, you can be a stunner, a hammerfall build, and a buffer build. For the knight, you have to be a tank, but it's still, it's still not that efficient for you to be F2P and at the same time a tank, because sometimes you need to spend so that you could tank more. Okay, for an assassin, let's face it, I don't see any way for an assassin to have any other role other than killing. So if you want to kill, you have to have high DPS and the higher likelihood that you would be needing to top up or to spend. So I don't recommend an assassin as an F2P. Okay, next, spend Zeny wisely. So for hunters, it's gonna be obvious here that most of the people are gonna purchase this once a day. But look at this, this is 120,000 Zeny. So if you're gonna purchase each of this per day, silver, stone, etc., so that would almost amount to 600,000 Zeny every day. And in the long term, that is not gonna be possible to get 600,000 Zeny per day if you would want to continue upgrading your gears. So instead, you have to craft your arrows. So spend your Zeny wisely. Instead of spending on gems or more potions or higher potions, you can also craft potions as much as you can. And you have to also craft dishes so you can one-hit enemies, so you won't be spending that much SP or items when you are grinding or AFK farming. You also have to save entirely for enhancement and refining. Okay, so next is for your ruby and diamonds. Of course, you have to spend your ruby and diamonds wisely. So avoid purchasing red gears from the trade. If you could see this trade or market here, and then job mythic set, there's a ton of red gears here. So most of the people that doesn't have that patience, if they don't get this, then they'll be succumbing to purchasing this using their diamonds. I'm not gonna be suggesting for you to use your diamonds there. There are much more valuable parts of the game where you can lend your diamonds instead of the market. So instead of just purchasing this one, why don't you just have patience in grinding your dungeons, daily dungeons, elite dungeons, so you can easily get your mythic tokens. So when you get mythic tokens, that's when you can purchase on the dungeon shop the chest the choice of chest for your red gears, so you can freely choose the red gear that you need depending on your level. More so if you're still not yet level 40 or level 60, it doesn't make sense on purchasing or using your diamonds to purchase on the market for your red gears. Okay, next is for gacha. For gacha, yes, F2Ps are not meant to be in this page. Okay, gacha is meant for the spenders. So if you're gonna be using your diamonds just to purchase tickets for gacha, forget about it. The chances here are very dire or very small, so it's not gonna be feasible for you to spend your hard-earned diamonds so that you can just roll it on the gacha. So don't spend it on gacha. Save diamonds because sometimes you would need diamonds for your Valkyrie's Blessing, because you can purchase Valkyrie's Blessing on your function shop, but don't put it all out on Valkyrie's Blessing because you know, it's on those moments wherein you just need a couple of minutes of battle so that you could obtain a skill point or level up to level 40 or get to transcended job level. Okay, so save it for that. Also, avoid skipping bounty quests. So when you're clicking on the PvE here, there's the bounty. If you just used your refresh button here and it still provided you with 3 regular bounty quests, so of course you're not gonna be using that. Sometimes people would be clicking again the refresh and spending their ruby for that one, so avoid doing that. Just to wait for the countdown, the 2-hour countdown. Go back or set an alarm on your phone and then go back, and then that's the time that you can refresh again. Don't use your ruby on the bounty quest. Save the ruby for the dark spirit hammers. Those are the needed items for you to unlock card slots on your gears. So always remember that. Okay, next, level up your cooking. So you can only level up your cooking whenever you are tasked on the side quest here. Always look on this one. It's always gonna require you most of the time submit items. So some of those items you can obtain by killing enemies, or if you are on a hurry, you can easily get them from the shop if you don't have time and you don't have the time to, you know, AFK grind, and you just need to finish your dailies. Okay, so that is one of the ways for you to, you know, continue leveling the dishes that you could craft or you could cook. For example, the roasted yam or golden roasted apple, this provides you strength and the other one provides you int. On some cases, on PvP cases, that is really helpful. Okay, next, on cards, prioritize your card album. What do I mean by that? So most of the people would be, you know, using their looted cards so that they could increase their or synthesize more and increase the stars on their cards. So I'm not saying that that is bad, but I would be suggesting for you, instead of doing that, go and you know, complete your album first, so that you know, you would get this highly valuable accumulated stats, passive stats that you would unlock, and that would be permanent for your character. So I think that one is so much better than increasing the card level on your equipped cards. If that equipped cards are really the end game cards, I would not debate with you. But if those cards are just early game cards, I would suggest for you to focus first on the card album, and then you know, most of the cards that you would want is still obtainable through fusion, so go and use those on fusion, and then that's the time that you go for card synthesis. Okay, next, do AFK grinds wisely. A lot of people are just gonna put their characters on AFK maps or do AFK grinds on maps wherein they easily get experience, but there will come a time wherein you need to focus on the drops rather than the experience. So if you need these types of materials, these types of cooking materials, or synthesis materials, then it would always be better for you to focus on a certain map and leave your character there or overnight or a couple of hours, so that you not only you get experience, you also get the farmed materials that you need for you to progress more on your character. So always do AFK grind wisely, and if you can, you should always find a party to grind with you that does not kick you or does not leave even though you are not on the same map, because they know that even though you are not in the same map, both of you guys would get additional experience every time that you kill just for being in a party. Next, join a guild. Joining a guild is really important. It's gonna bring you into a community, a helping community, hopefully, wherein people would be helping on exchanging ideas and tips so that they could each progress their characters more or even further. You could easily get party members for you to help you on different dungeons or team dungeons or on MVPs. So that is where you get your MVP fixed party if you can, okay? And then last but not the least, the guild activities. That is very important. It gives you a lot of additional materials, okay? Next, target first to achieve at least 55,000 divine power. Why do I say that? Because when you get to 55,000 divine power, you can now do your elite dungeon. Okay, on your elite dungeon, this is where you get a random mythic gear drop. Okay, aside from that, it also gives you mythic coins so that you can easily purchase your red chest or choice of red chest, and it also gives you a lot of Zeny. Okay, so take note that this one refreshes at a time, so be sure to complete it before it gets refreshed or before a try gets added. Next, it would be better, and it will always be better for F2P players to have alt characters, more so on the Ragnarok. So having alt characters or alt accounts on this game is so much helpful, not only on having fixed party grind or fixed AFK grind, not only on that, it is also helpful in terms of ghost trades. What do I mean by ghost trades? For example, on market, you have a red gear. For example, this is a red gear, okay? This is a red gear, and the normal price is 40. So most of the people would be putting it on 40 diamonds, but you would be putting it, for example, on the highest possible number of diamonds so that you could sell it on 1,000 diamonds, for example, okay? So the other alt character, if that character has 1,000 diamonds, it will search for the single item that is sold on the market, priced at the highest diamonds, that they could purchase it. In that way, you have already transferred your diamonds from other characters to your main character. So that is useful, particularly on times wherein there is an event wherein they're giving away a lot of diamonds. Last but not the least, enjoy. Okay, enjoy. So you're not spending any money. You don't have to get stressed because you got eaten by a kraken. It's already what is, you know, the norm in MMORPG mobile games as of the moment. So they need a ton of money because it costs a lot of money to create a game and to publish it. And the only way to rack money is to obtain krakens to purchase a lot of things. You just enjoy the game. Just accept that whatever you do, it would be unfair if they've spent $1 million and they would get a very high competitor that is also F2P. What's the point of spending, right? So just enjoy the game. for me, I'm gonna play this game at the lowest possible spending or close to free to play already, so that I could just enjoy and, you know, bring back memories, the nostalgia, and, you know, make myself happy every time that we have a guild event or a War of Imperium, because that's what Ragnarok is all about. So if you die, it's okay. Be happy and enjoy the game. Alright? So I do hope that this F2P tips has helped you. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. If you happen to like this video, please do leave a like. Share this to your friends and click that bell notification button so you get notified every time I upload a new video, start a new stream, or a new content. That's it. See you again in the next video. Bye-bye!